Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with a new video. Okay, we know it's been a while since I posted, and so today we're gonna do some rendering. I had someone ask me on the comment section if I can do a render video. I did recommend them to Kiko video, but it was mainly for the skin. When you render, your skin just, look more realistic. So if you want to know how I get my skin like this, I will link her video down below. You can check it out. So yes, my sim was created in Blender. So not her dude, but her. She was created in Blender. She does look a little different from the Sims. So yeah, so in this video I'm not gonna show the part where to import export your sims into Blender. You would need the TS4, is it the TS4 Reaper for that? And unfortunately, if you're new to Blender, this video is not for you. It's not for you. Okay, but if you know a little knowledge about Blender and rendering, then stick around. Okay, so I have this setup right here. So this is not what we're gonna work with because honestly it's just too much. It's gonna take a while and to set up everything. I want to show you guys how to set up everything on your own. This scene is already set up. All I have to do basically is just render. Okay, it's just click cycle and render. I already have my pose, I already have the my object, I already have my idea. So so it wouldn't be fair if I just be like, you know what? So yes guys, so this is how you have your sim. It's okay. So today my goal is to get lighting in the edge of her skin, and so yeah. So him, I did a lot of work on him. So when I go back to the basic settings, he gonna look a bit different because I had to edit his skin in Photoshop. And no, I did not make his skin. It was created by another creator. I just, just did a little bit editing on his skin just to make it look more realistic because she was the only one looking realistic here. Okay, so let me go ahead. So again, if you have a basic knowledge of Blender, you know how to import, export your sim from, as you can see, you see how unrealistic his skin look. Yeah. If you know how to render how to export your sims from TS4 Studio, then that's great. All you got to do is do your shading, and then we can meet here. Okay. So, and I do apologize for any background noise. Like guys, trust me, in the next few months I'll be in my own place. So just bear with me. There's gonna be background noise, TV noise and shit. So this is my sim setting, my male sim setting. This is basically, it's not that great. As like I said, I had to do a lot in his skin, but if you want to copy these settings, it's fine. All of these is just his skins, that's it. I just put them multiple times so it can have more texture and more roughness into it. So got color ramp and base color ramp. As you can see, this color ramp did not use. It's still in 0. The reason why is because it make it too glossy. We don't need the shirt to be glossy. And yes, so the shirt is part of the skin. The shirt to be glossy, then it won't affect his skin. Okay. And there also, if you want to copy this, yeah. My female sims, unfortunately, this is what I have on her. It's not a lot. Like I said, if you want to get your sims like mine, the textures and shit, just go to Kiko, because my roughness, my spectacular is different from her skin, and I can't click on it because her skin's gonna expose her area is gonna expose. because I dress her in Blender. So I'm gonna go ahead delete these lights so we can do them again. If you don't have this Blender modifier, is it? Then I'm sorry, you're missing out, because with this Blender modifier, it have texture. Look at this. You see my Wi-Fi. What is that? Okay, so it need me to log in, and I forgot how you separate them. Oh yeah, so you click on the you click this, you click on the wall, you click P, and then you click selection. Same thing with this side right here if you want them to be separately. Same thing for the floor, same thing for the top. Like, let's say you wanted to color them differently, like put a different wallpaper tilt texture, you could do that. So I'm gonna go ahead, you know what I wish I did not do is separated the wall yet. I shouldn't separate them yet. And then to make these thicker, you just go to add modifier. You click this and then you just make it as the thicker that you want. I'm gonna do this like I said, I usually do that before I separate them. I'm gonna get it on 6 and then apply. Now I have to do the same thing for both of them. This one gotta be 6 as well, and apply. This one doesn't need to be thick. The floor, okay, this is enough. And the top as well, if you want to thick the top. And so that is how you make a simple Blender scene. Now, if I could get a window from here, okay, YouTubers, so I was able to fix that damn thing. I just log out and log back in. You know, I get lazy sometimes, but I finally was able to do it. So as you can see, this is what I was talking about. So if you happen to like this video, please subscribe and join the family. And if you want like a full tutorial how to do a Blender scene and how to import object, you can either watch my old video how to import object into Blender, or you can request a video that you would like me to do. So yes, I mean, do you guys see this? Do you see how cool this is? I can also make the ceiling look better, look good. Also, you can decorate the ceiling how you want. If you don't have that Blender add-on, I will should I put the link down below? I don't know. I might just recommend it. I don't really remember what's the name of this. It's called Blender Kit. Okay, so this add-on called Blender Kit. If you don't have that, I don't know what you're waiting for. So from here, if you type ceiling, you should be able to find a nice ceiling and put in the top of your scene, and some light as well, and all that good stuff. So let's say I want some lights. And no, I'm not a Blender scenes you know, I don't know, I don't know much about Blender scenes like that, because I don't spend too much time creating Blender scenes, because that's not, I just don't, it's not my favorite thing to do, because I feel like it takes a lot of time to create. But okay, so I have no idea what happened. My gaming PC never crashed, so that was very surprising to me. When I tried the light, it just literally it crashed. So that's why it's good to always save you things as you go. But yeah, I was really surprised. this scene. This is just a simple scene because, like I said, I'm not gonna redo all of that again. um like I said, I was very surprised when the thing just, you know, just logged me out. um I did just updated some things on my computer. I'm not sure if that's why, but that was very surprising. But anyways, so let's start with the lights. With Blender, everything is about the lights. It's all about the lights, trust me. So here, as you can see, I have a background. You can go to Google and download HDRI, Blender HDRI, and you should be able to find a HD background with good lighting. If you don't want that, you can also find any um any image in Google, and you can use it for your background. When you go to cycle, it can look good. So how you put, once you download your HDRI, how you add it, you just go to shader. Let me go back. You go to layout, you know, you go to layout, and then you go to shader, and then you bring this down. You click on world. You click on world, and then you set up you should, once you click on world, just click that minus, whatever is showing here, just click minus, and then you should something should pop up, world output background. If you don't see that, you can always edit from here. And then you click on environment texture, and then once you add your environment texture, you add it to color. And then once you add it, is it, yeah, and then once you add it to color, it should change right away. It depends on the background that you choose. The light should already reflecting. We're gonna go back to layout, and then we're gonna be playing around with the line. So I'm gonna go ahead and hide that camera by pressing on the eye. So yeah, so I already had this light right there, which is fine. Matter of fact, I'm gonna delete it. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna go and add some light. So this is where I'm talking about. It's all about the lighting, and I could be saving this as I go, but I'm not going to because I already have them on my other scenes. Hopefully it doesn't crush again. If so, I would have to start this video all over again, and if it crush again, then we have no video. Okay, but I do recommend to save as you go. There you go. Okay, so we if you don't know how to split your screen, like I said, this video is, if you know, you know, if you know about Blender. If you're new to Blender, I do recommend to just to start with the basics first, okay? Because a lot of time you won't know what I'm talking about. So you go in the, let me do it again. You go on the edge thing, and then you drag this in the middle, and then you should have two screen, so we can see what we're doing. And I'm gonna drag this over there because it's in my way. Okay, so we have this scene ready, and we have that one. So we're gonna be using that one to put our light, and that one is gonna be in cycle, so we can see how our light's gonna look in cycle if you plan to use cycle. Now, as you can see, we actually have a good amount of lights. Go on add and click on lights. I usually start with area. This is my favorite lights because they add shadow, and make everything just better. Okay, so we just gonna rotate it, just play around with it until it giving what you want it to give. I'm gonna put this in the back. In the backs, I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna make the light bigger. I'm gonna go to size and then just size it up. You can also do that as well. If you have this, you can just, you can size it up using this as well. It's up to you. So we're gonna size it up, but I also wanna, like, do this a little bit. And then as you can see on the edge, you can already see the white lights in the edge of his shoulder. Um you see this? You see? Perfect, right? You can also bring that up a little bit. I'm just gonna bring that up a little bit. Um, okay. And also, I also want one of these light in her waist. I want her, the edge of her waist to be also white. If you guys notice, a lot of Instagram simmers is doing that. You can tell in the edge of their photos, like it be looking so great. I've been seeing people, a lot of people be overdoing it, and I'm like, how do you do it? Because for me, I feel like I can't overdo it. Like I try, but it just never work out for me. So we can we're gonna try to make it small as we can and give what it's supposed to give, like I said. Okay, so it's in her waist. Okay, it's in her waist. You see the white lights right here. And but oh yeah, I forgot this is her purse. You can also you can also play around with the spread as well. You can make it spread just a little if you don't want it to be on him or don't want it to be anywhere else. You can play around with the spread now. So my purse is gray. It's supposed to be black, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do something about that. But since this is just a tutorial, I'm not actually gonna render this thing and then post it, so it doesn't really bother me. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy that, place this right here. Yeah, the setting is already how it's supposed to. Now it's black. Okay, so we have a good shadow going on here, and I usually put a light between her legs, but like I said, guys, this scene already has some basic lights. Like these right here was already there. I didn't add these are just the scene lights. You can choose to delete them. They just basic light. There is no special effect, nothing. As you can see, the power is 10. So it's up to you on what you want to do. But yes, so everything looks good. I also want some light in the edge of her arm. Um, as you can see, it's starting to lag. It's starting to lag. I think it's time I save it, but I don't want to save it. It's starting to show a little. So as you can see, um, okay, so this is what I wanted. So it's still a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna add a basic light. Like I said, you can add a sun if you want. But I'm used to the points and the area lights. So yeah. I'm trying to make it bigger. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how it ended up looking. To me, it still look a little bit dark. I guess because of the background. But we're gonna stop here. So this is how I add my light to my scenes. And also, if you wondering like, girl, how did you add your poses? So obviously I created my poses in Blender. I use Pinterest for inspiration. So you would just download your poses like I said. You might have to start from basic. If you know how to import your poses, you can all you have to do is have your poses and have your sim pose in Blender, and then do this step. Like if you guys want me to do a video from start one to finish, like you know how to use TS4 Reaper or all of that things, I can do that. I definitely can. But so yes, I already had my sim posing in Blender before I started everything. I created that poses because I couldn't find that pose anywhere in the picture that I was going for. There was just no post like that, so I just created it. Obviously, I don't create poses. I'm not good at it. So it kind of look a little bit off, if you guys know, but if you guys think it's cute, then it's cute. But yes, so basically you would have your sim pose in Blender, and then you would do these steps. I should have mentioned that in the beginning of the video. Your background to be blurry. You can also add some blur to your background. There's many ways. There's like so many ways you can put blur in your background. Usually I would use this empty thing right here, and then it just helped me focus more in the sims. But because my girl is well relevant right now, we just gonna he's gonna be blurry in the background, okay? And then she gonna be showing. um so as you can see, the background is blurry, honey. Okay, the background is blurry. You can play around with this if you want to. You can play around with the distance. You can choose a different object if you feel like there's a lot of people in your sim and you want the background to be completely blurry. You can choose objects to put the focus on, and then all that stuff, because her face is what I'm mostly focusing on. So so that's what I'm gonna selecting. As you can see, the phone is blurry as well, her hand is blurry. I can play around with it a little bit, like I think I can also do this. Yeah, you see. So as you can see right now, everything is blurry, including her face. Hold on, what head did I selected? I think I selected. Okay, so that's her head. Okay, so we gonna make sure that we have her. To me, I still find it blurry. Okay, so she's not blurry. Okay. Let me see if he's blurry. Okay. Okay, so something ain't right because her head is not supposed to be blurry. What you selected is not supposed to be blurry, guys. Like, okay. So yes, you can play around with the blurry. You can play around with it if you like. But usually when you click on the head, her face shouldn't be blurry. So I'm gonna use this instead. I actually hate using that because it's too much work. It's too much work. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the thing, and then I'm gonna select what I just put in the scene, which it should be marked as empty. It should say empty. Okay. So I'll just split the screen again. Let me just play around with this. Okay. Well, it's not easy to tell if it's blurry or not because it's a dark background. But anyway, let's get to rendering. So we're gonna go to our cycle, to the render thing. This is how my setting look. I'm gonna put on cycle, and that should be on GPU. It depends on your computer, the type of computer you own. If you think it's gonna be able to handle it, you can select GPU, or if you have CPU, you can select CPU. This is my Mac Simple, and yes, so I usually render my Sims at 400 because I feel like the quality is really, really good. Because for the sake of this video, I'm gonna put it down to about like 300. The reason I put it to 300 is so it can render faster. But I also feel like the quality not gonna be the best. Other than that, everything should remain the same. So again, there's many ways you can blurry the scenes, but that is what I have. There is many ways how you can blur your background, but the first one that I show you is the most simplest way that I know. Anyway, so this is all of my settings, and I'm gonna show you guys one more thing. So before we even go there, I do want to show you guys something. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and render that and show you guys how it looks like, and I'll see you guys in the end. Okay, so this is how my sim ended up coming out to me. I feel like this is good. Like I said, the quality, I'm not a fan of the quality. To me, it's a little bit blurry, but once you post it, you won't even notice that. Trust me, you won't even notice that. But anyway, as you can see, the neck area is a little bit darker than the body, but all of that I can fix in Photoshop. So I would definitely import this into Photoshop and do some editing. Also with the hair as well, as you can see with the hair. So I will definitely do some editing, and it looks like I should add some little darker into the hair as well. It's gray. So guys, what do you think? I actually really like this, how this came out. And the other way, I'm gonna go ahead and save this. To save this, you're gonna click on the image and click save as. Okay, so another way that you can, if you feel like the lighting is just too much to deal with, you're gonna go to world. You can use blender lighting. Okay, so we're gonna click on sky texture, click on color, and click on sky texture, and we're gonna go to cycle because we're gonna render from cycle. Okay, so what you can do is you can go ahead and delete all of these lights that we just created if you just feel like, you know what, I just want something simple and easy, and that's also will give me what I need, the quality that I'm looking for. So with the sky texture, this is a lighting that automatically created by Blender. You can play around with the lighting, and you're just gonna leave it on how you want it to look. But yes, if you feel like you just want to automatically do it without having to do all that extra stuff, you can go ahead and use blender lighting. This is just to make it little. This is actually okay, so this is actually really cute. I feel like the lighting is still too much. It's up to you guys on how you want it. We're just playing around with it to see what each things do. Also bring a good realistic touch into our picture. It bring a realistic lighting. Like I mentioned before, the lighting is everything, and as you can see, do you guys see the shadows? Like, look at this. You can keep playing around with this as well if you want. But yeah, so this is the simplest way you can do it as well. If you don't feel like setting up lighting, this is also a good way to go, in my opinion. Um, so yes, if you want to learn how to do this more, you can go check some video out on YouTube. It's always good to learn something new. So anyways, we're gonna stop here with this video. Tell me what you think. I'm gonna go ahead and change her clothes so I can make the thumbnail, because I know how crazy YouTube gets. I hope you enjoyed this video, and likewise subscribe if you care.